This video complements my piece that I typed up, which you can read in the comments below. Pretty much my semi-scientific just research on what matters the most: shot releases or shot timings, or the actual player rating relevant to the defense, how close, how tightly are they playing against you, all of which are factors. Don't get me wrong, they are factors in terms of whether a player will make or miss the shot, as most players should know by this point that the new shot mechanics that are in the game, in which you have visual feedback, which you can turn off if you want to, but I like to just leave on all indicators to know what kind of shots that I'm taking and also the quality of my shot. But once again, there is two half circles, one within the other. One is a clear one with a white line in the middle, and then within that clear one you have a blue one that's much smaller. And whenever you take a shot, or whenever a player takes a shot, that fills up with a white bar. That the goal is for anyone that white bar matches or is timed with a player's jump shot animation, in which that white bar represents the apex or the top, or wherever you want to let go of the shooting button or the shot stick to attain a perfect shooting release. And that's why there's a blue half circle there to indicate to you where that's a good shot or a okay shot, supposedly, which I have some disagreement with, just based on what you can see here, as a lot of open shots, or what I consider to be open shots, aren't going in, even though I'm pretty much dead center in both half circles, just apparently not good enough to be a perfect release, in which, if it is perfect, it'll be a green shot, in which you'll eventually see later on. As in this video, I'm just illustrating part of the reason why I even just said, okay, I want to go ahead and see what's going on, because my opponent is an excellent player, as you can see here in this video. Just a random guy that I was going head-to-head against, in which he's just casually walking up court, taking three-point shots, while I'm struggling to make shots that I'm creating for myself in the pick and roll. However, Damian Lillard is just doing whatever he wants. Wesley Matthews and company doing whatever they want with jump shots. And at that point, again, I'm not even worried. I'm not even bothered about it anymore. I just made up in my mind that, okay, he's perfected those shot releases to the point where the shot will fall for him on average, in which it did. Now, the other part, I made this video in which you can see Brandon Jennings here and all my other players. They have fairly decent or slightly above average three-point shooting ratings. However, it just did not matter in terms of my shot release timing, in terms of being in which 2K deems as a good shot release, in which I also have another visual feedback shot indicator, in which you probably saw already in the top right-hand corner, in which I believe 2K calculates a grade based on a couple of factors, if not three factors. One being your shot timing release, which has a significant impact on that, or it has more weight. Secondly, where the defender is. For example, if the defender is very tight on you, more than likely that grade will drop as well. And also, the little half circle within the circle, the half circle as well, will shrink based on how close or far away the defender is from you as well, or if the shooting player is outside of their actual shooting range, in which there's a badge for some players such as Stephen Curry, where they can shoot a little further away from the basket or from the three-point line than other players, in which a half circle will still be there for them. But just moving on, as I was just shooting with Korver there, in which I take over 100 shots. Well, I'll say no less than 100 shots for each of these players, in which I'm not showing the full footage for each of these players. But I'm just showing you guys that I'm putting up these shots in the practice gym on Hall of Fame with simulation sliders. Even though that the online quick game settings are superstar and simulation, but I find little difference or little to no difference between the shot release timings on both difficulty settings. However, if you play on All-Star or Pro or anything less than that, then I think most players should attain a healthy amount of perfectly timed shots, and if not, the punishment is not severely or nearly as brutal as it is on the higher difficulties, in which it becomes a game within a game at that point. It's one thing to acquire a good look for your players or your shooters, but it's another thing to actually master that shot release. And I think this game within a game is almost just, it's too much of a distraction, in which some teams are almost not worthy of playing with if their top scorers don't have what I or anyone else would consider a good shot release to them. In which, just to go through the numbers though, and just try to illustrate this discrepancy between shot release timings and actual player ratings. Korver has a standing three-point shot rating of 94. However, I had no perfect releases with him, even though his release is so predictable, so smooth, that most players should be able to land that half bar on the white line there within the two half circles. Wesley Matthews has a very quick release. I think he's what I think could be a cheese player if he's not already, which he has a very quick release. Standing three-point rating is an 88, which I had 25 perfect releases with him. I think, yeah, a little bit over 25. I'm not actually looking at the numbers right now. Klay Thompson also, I think he had 23. Or actually, I take that back. Wesley Matthews, I think he had over 30. And here's an interesting outlier here, as just to illustrate that ratings just don't matter as much as the shot release, or not even where the defender is relative to the shooter, in which Kentavious Caldwell-Pope here, I get the highest amount of perfect releases, I think over 35, I think 39 to be exact. Even though he has a standing three-point shot rating of 78. And even with that rating of 78, he, out of the 114 shots that I've attempted with him, he makes 70, which is just like a hair shy of a few percentage points of Klay Thompson and Wesley Matthews, in which if I had to rank the shooters, number one on my list, just throughout the testing, is Wesley Matthews, even though Korver has a higher three-point rating, as well as Klay Thompson, which with Korver only made 38 shots out of 100 with them in catch and shoot situations. Brandon Jennings here, I took the most with him just because his release was just so frustrating, in which I eventually nailed a perfect release in practice, the first of which ever in this game so far since launch, which I just think is insane. So 98 for 225 with him. Wesley Matthews 65 I think for 102, 69 out of 102 for Klay Thompson. And I just think there's a lot of inconsistencies here. That's it.